Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Oh man, you look great. You all look great. do you sort of like get back? Do you sort of like you like Ricky Hatton used to be when he was a boxer? And you like when you're not touring, you just go, I'm just going to eat whatever I want, or is it because you look svelte? The band is svelte. It looks. Do you know what?
You're the first person to ever say that to us, which is a wonderful compliment. But I feel like on tour where you play your gig, you finish at 11.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a pizza.
Second dinner.
Yeah, the old second
I bet you
dinner
don't get pizza. I bet you guys look after yourselves.
Oh no, we
well.
get pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
How do you do that, Carl? You're just thin as a rake.
Hollow.
How many sugars in tea do you take?
Physically, it's all hollow.
Go and just cry it out when you go to sleep. Oh, my life on the road. I hate these guys.
You've got to cry the calories out.
Well, listen. You look tour ready, is what I'm saying.
Thank you.
That's a good thing.
Ready to put it all back on again.
So new stuff comes around quick this time. I expected a walking tour and Oliver Sacks and that kind of stuff. You know, this is.
Yeah, well, the
work ethic is strong here.
We've sort of been in London for sort of 5 or 6 months, which is the longest that we've been anywhere for one period of time.
Must have been nice.
Like 5 or 6 years.
Must be nice.
It was amazing. It was wonderful. Just being home. And
living and just being, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Just having the normal laundry-based, you know, walk to the shops kind of life.
It sounds so ridiculous saying it to anybody, and you sound, I don't know. I'm always aware of sounding like a bit of an idiot, but how great it is. I just change for anyone is really great, I think, and sometimes, and I'm really not making any sense. Am I?
No, do you know? I don't think you are.
I think having for us having kind of evenings and weekends. I know it sounds so stupid, but has been amazing.
I don't think it does sound stupid because I think the modern life now, it doesn't matter whether you're a musician or you're an accountant. I think life works it's so quick and so fast that it's always a little like glimpse. It's the little snatches of happiness and normality that people get. It doesn't matter that obviously with you it's heightened because you are on the road and you're away from your loved ones and your home so much. But yeah, I just think that's just the pace of life nowadays.
Yeah. But it was I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think everyone else did as well. Speaking on your behalf. Yes.
Guys are like,
but also, I mean,
okay.
Also we got to we sort of built a recording studio in South London, and we got to make our album there. So it's the first time with the record as well that we spent. You know, went in every day just making it in one place.
Whenever a band tells me they've built their own recording studio, I always think of the scene from Witness, the Harrison Ford movie, where he is ensconced with an Amish community and they build a barn in a day. And Vangelis does the music and goes... And there's Harrison Ford, it's Peter Weir film, Harrison Ford looks down and is chopping wood and then he's like...
I mean,
is it like that?
If the we was actually the 5 of us, the studio would still be a big pile of rubble on the floor. I think it's the sort of very, very royal we of like, we oversaw a studio being built.
All right, Dan, but if you had to back one of the team to build a studio, who would it be? Who's best with their hands?
Kyle.
I mean, Kyle used
did a job before.
Kyle used to build stages at festivals.
Then
so
what was even the hesitation there? It's 100% Kyle.
I was offended by the hesitation. To be honest.
I'd be if I were you.
To be perfectly honest, yeah.
I
had to put my hand up to get the.
Just to explain for everyone who's not in the room, which is everyone. Yeah, I looked around the room and Kyle was standing there aggressively, hand in the air.
Come on, man.
You've got to say me, dude. Come on.
So listen, I cracked the Enigma code of your new single. It was like one of those things where I go, do I get to hear it? And then I got sent it yesterday, and then I think 2 emails. One email just went, you're not listening to this. It's 30 seconds too late. You haven't logged on time. I was like, oh! And then the second email meant I could get in. If I spoke to my people in Bletchley Park, and then I ended up getting in, and I could hear it. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed it. It's called midnight. It sounded a bit like a love letter to a city.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. It's the first song off our new album, and it's literally the first song on the album, and it's kind of the opening chapter. It's the beginning of a night out, which would at some point be the kind of end to some people's night out, at the beginning to ours.
It's quite late to start, isn't it?
It is, but it's that sort of fork in the road moment of some people are going home and some people are like, no, it's just getting started, and it is very much kind of cutting through London, and it's a love letter to London, and trying to capture that excitement of things just starting.
Lovely. Okay, well, let's hear it. But before you hear it, are you still banging on with that one keyboard, 2 guys thing? I mean, you're a successful band now. I never really understand this.
I just can't bear to be away from Dan.
I know, I get it, but I think it's unfair on you. Once again, Kyle, you're being victimised. You're a terrific musician. You're a great builder.
Go build your own piano,
like, they didn't credit you enough with the whole studio build, and now you're still doing the whole one piano thing. Give. All I'm saying is give Carl a chance.
All right.
All we are saying is give Carl a chance. All together now. Come on, Bastille. Yeah. Thank you. We are saying is give Carl a chance. And his own keyboard. Yeah. All right, guys. Over to you. This is Bastille and midnight.
It's midnight as we cut through the city. Yeah. The streets are getting restless. Good times, bad decisions. Yeah. It's midnight and the sirens are mending some hearts. But we're the losers on the back seat, singing love will tear us apart. It's midnight, still avoiding tomorrow. It's midnight, but we're just getting going. We keep on running through a red light, like we're trying to burn the night away, away, oh. This is my favorite part, how we piece it all together, darling, before it falls apart, how we piece it all together. It's midnight and the speakers are blowing. Yeah, we want the bodies on the billboards, not the lives underneath them. Yeah, and now we're crawling up the walls again, and it's 12:15. And you said we leave this place in dust and fall from heaven straight through hell. We never know what we had. We never knew what we had. Running through a red light, like we're trying to burn the night away, oh. Why we always chasing after something, like we're trying to throw our lives away, oh. This is my favorite part, how we piece it all together, darling, before it falls apart, how we piece it all together. I can't remember, I can't remember, I can't remember, I can't remember. It's midnight and the secrets are flowing. Our lips are getting looser, I don't know what I'm saying. I never knew what we had, I never know what I've had. We keep on running through a red light, like we're trying to burn the night away, away, oh. Why we always chasing after something, like we're trying to throw our lives away, oh. This is my favorite part, help me piece it all together, before it falls apart, help me piece it all together.
That's Bastille on midnight. That is a cracker, boys. I love it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Carl, you are on point.
Thank you very much.
Reorchestrated tour. Where did that even come from? The idea of that. So you guys just did a tour with your first two albums and a massive orchestra.
It was really great. It was. I guess we'd been very much in this headspace of making our new album and not thinking about the old songs. So it was quite nice to sort of put that to bed.
Yeah.
And then sort of deep dive back into all of our old stuff and have to look at the songs as songs because they were kind of really differently presented. And the gig, we started with Pompeii completely a cappella. I think everyone in the crowd was like, what are they doing? We want them to end on the one that we know.
Yeah.
And
also, why have you got the orchestra if it's a cappella?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, it felt really special, and it was just a really nice way for us, having not played a gig in half a year, to sort of come back.
Wasn't there I mean, I've seen you guys live, and it's a feel-good experience. How comes there were punch-ups in your...
Yeah.
Also, in the orchestra version of Bastille? I know. It's not even like the moshy bit.
It was night one in all of the gigs were in sort of kind of old-school classical concert halls, apart from the first night, which was at in Manchester at the Apollo, which is a beautiful venue. But for us, it was quite weird. It was a seated. We'd played there before, but we were playing there seated, which we're quite used to our crowds being rowdy. So we were like not really sure how people were going to respond, and everyone was kind of sitting, and you know the atmosphere was lovely. We didn't really know this was happening, but we were told that this one woman got very angry and had to be dragged out by 5 security people, 2 of whom she punched, and then when she got kicked out, she broke a window to try and get back in. So,
do you know why?
That'll be it. I'm done.
I'd love to have been part of the post-mortem of that. What song were we playing? What happened?
Yeah, I'd have just loved to have seen it.
And I'm sure you've been asked this a million and one times, but in fact, I asked him when he came on. But the Craig David I know you is, it's such a lovely song, and it's kind of. It's a proper hybrid song because you listen to it and you go, yes, it sounds like Bastille, and yes, it sounds like Craig David. But and I asked him the same question, and he was very sweet, was very flattered. But the thing is, that must happen quite often when you bump into people that are different genres to you, and then you might have a couple of drinks at backstage, and then you have that kind of awkward. Yeah, we should do a song together, and then you're like, half the time you're thinking, I've got to get out of here now because that's actually a really big idea. But with Craig, it worked.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. It was one of these things that. We're massive Craig David fans and kind of always have been since we were kids, and so it was even the chance of the idea of working with him, kind of blew our minds. And I went into the studio with him and a couple of other people, and the song just sort of happened in a few hours. And it's often with those tunes that kind of don't feel like a struggle at all. They end up being something. But again, like even then, I thought that maybe it would be on his album. I didn't think it'd be a single or anything. So it's just a really nice thing to watch sort of happen whilst we were sort of in the midst of making our record. It was this whole other thing that was going on.
He's the funniest man as well.
He's hilarious.
People don't give him credit how funny he is. I did a comic relief tour with him a couple of years ago. It was a desert trek in the Katsuit Desert in northern Kenya. And every day he had this, he'd get delivered this apple. This apple would come to like these. We'd be in the middle of the desert, and there was no earthly reason why an apple would end up in his tent. And the porters were like really looking after him. And I kept saying to him, are you big in Kenya? And he went, I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. He said, but they all seem to know who I am. And we'd get into camp and they'd go, Mr. Craig David, we've got your apple for you. And everyone else would be looking, how is he doing that? And then the last day, I was coming, we'd finished, and I got back from, we sort of 100 miles, and everyone was sort of like really tired, and I had a quick shower, and I got my feet checked, and blisters and stuff, and I got back to my tent. There was about 5 guys waiting outside my tent. I went, hey guys, what's up? Are you all right? And they went, yeah, Mr. Craig David said that you'd give us all your stuff. And I went, I'm sorry, what? And he looked down, and essentially he'd told everyone all the way around. He went, yeah, that guy's going to give you he'll give you his sleeping bag, and she'll give you walking boots and stuff. Just keep the apples coming to me. And he'd hustled us all out of our gear, and everyone I was like, yeah, sure, have everything. And then I just looked down at 3 tents, and Craig David's just outside laughing. He's the nicest guy.
Well, I think the first time we saw him recently was when we were just starting to release our second album. We played at a skiing festival. What was it called? It's snowboarding.
Snowboarding, I think.
Yeah, in Austria, and we'd done our show, and then went to see him play at like 2 in the morning or something, and it was just. I mean, it was him doing his TS5 set, and it was insane. And every time we've seen him since then, it's amazing to see people of like our generation who knew him the first time round, and then like just teenagers who all love it, and just from sort of doing bits of promo with him, like kids as well, and like it's fascinating.
And what I love about the TS5 thing is that, and he was talking about it, that just started with people coming around his house and him just kind of DJing and then singing, and then it got a little bit bigger, and then they went, oh, should we just try and do a live gig? And then suddenly it was like, yeah, you can in an arena.
Do you want to play Pyramid Stage at Glastonbury with that? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lovely. Okay, what are you going to finish up with for us?
We have done the cover, I guess.
We haven't named it, have we? I don't know what it is.
Nah.
Well, you must know what it is as well. What do you think it is?
I don't actually know.
It's just a big mess of songs that we like.
What songs are in the cover in particular?
I just thought maybe people can hopefully hear from themselves.
It's like Popmaster. All right, brilliant. Yeah, okay, so everyone write down what they think the songs are, and we'll see if we can get it right in 10 minutes or something. Yeah.
And whoever gets them all wins a mug.
One of your mugs or one of my mugs?
A Radio 2 mug.
We have our own mugs. You brought any Bastille mugs?
No,
you can't just say that willy-nilly.
It's a Radio 2 competition, not a Bastille competition.
Whoever gets it right can gets all of Dermot's stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Say my name, no one is around you, say baby I love you. If you ain't running games, say my name, say my name. You're acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. I feel like I've been locked up tight for a century of lonely nights, waiting for someone to release me. You're licking your lips and blowing kisses my way, but that don't mean I'm gonna give it away. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. You told me you loved me, why do you leave me all alone? Now tell me you need me when you call me on the phone. Girl, I refuse, you stab me confused with some other guy. Bridges were burned, now it's your turn to cry. So say my name, cry me a river, and then rub me the right way. Say my name, cry me a river, and then rub me the right way. The music's fading and the lights down low. Just one more dance and then we're good to go. Waiting for someone who needs me. Hormones racing at the speed of light, but that don't mean it's gotta be tonight. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Girl, I refuse, you stab me confused with some other guy. The bridges were burned and now it's your turn to cry. So say my name, cry me a river, and then rub me the right way. Say my name, cry me a river, and then rub me the right way. Come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. Say my name, cry me a river, and then rub me the right way. Say my name, cry me a river, and then rub me the right way. I have to praise you, I have to praise you. Rub me the right way. Say my name, cry me a river, and then rub me the right way.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, that was Bastille Popmaster. You know Popmaster, yeah? It's like a Ken Bruce thing, yeah? And there's loads of sort of like, it's essentially just pop quiz, yeah?
Okay.
But one of the jingle is like Popmaster, and it sounds like pop's coming from the future, so like Robocop pop. So I got Say My Name, Destiny's Child.
Yes.
Yep.
Genie in the Bottle, Christina. I love that song.
It's a good tune, right?
I got Cry Me a River, Timbers.
Yes.
I got Praise You. Would that be a bridge or the middle eight? You dropped that in?
I call it.
Is it the same
I
thing?
think it's a really American thing to call it a bridge.
Oh, is it?
Or is it just a? What do you call it, Charlie Barnes?
I'm a middle eight kind of guy. I like numbers.
Yeah.
So the middle eight and bridge is the same thing?
I think so. Yeah.
I love the way you don't know. And any more?
Yes.
Shut up.
Two. One's very subtle in all fairness.
God damn it.
There's the world famous not single by Bastille called.
Oh, what? That
called
doesn't
Currents.
count.
That doesn't count.
No, well, if your fans will know.
But the one that.
Well, if it's in the song, it counts.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, fair enough.
little cheeky bass riff of Charles that he dropped it in there. And Explosive by Dr. Dre, the little guitar lick.
Where was that bit?
My talents were wasted. You didn't even know.
I'm sorry.
I spent all night practicing for you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I feel really bad now. God, when he talks, he powers a lot of weight, doesn't he?
I'm done now.
Yeah, exactly. My work.
That's in for the year.
Bastille, thank you so much. The single midnight. When's it out? Is it out?
It's out now.
It's out now. It's wonderful stuff. And the guys have got a lot of European festivals, plus 28th of July playing in Scarborough, Wilderness Festival the 5th of August, 9th of August in Edinburgh, and the 18th of August in Chelmsford, the Rise Festival. Just to let you guys know.
Yeah,
So
so
where you're
Ocean
going.
City Sounds in Plymouth, my hometown. It's going to be big.
Bastille, thanks a million, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.